Hey y'all, so in this video, I'm going to be sharing some of my random, unpopular opinions, just super random. Okay, so unpopular opinion, I put down, I support lying. And I said, people are not entitled to know everything about you. Like, I'm sorry, but like, lying is not the villain that you think lying is because, okay, I look at it like this. If people come to me and they ask me intrusive questions, which people like to do to me because I'm a very mysterious person, I don't share too much about myself. So when you are a mysterious person, you will realize people, it's like they can't handle not knowing about you. So they feel the right to just be all up in your business and ask you like super intrusive questions. And if you're asking me intrusive, invasive questions, I feel like I have the right to lie to you. Like, I've had people ask me about my finances, like how I'm able to provide certain things for myself and how much money does this job pay. I've had people ask about my living situation, and I would lie to them every single time. You're not entitled to my privacy. We're taught that lying is bad, and it is bad, but it's bad to a certain extent. Like, if a stranger asks you on the street where you live, are you going to tell them the truth and tell them where you live? No, you're going to lie. So, I like lying sometimes. Like, if you're trying to be all up in my business, I'll answer your question, but you'll be getting a lie. And what's wrong with that? People used to get so mad at me because sometimes what people like to do is they already know the answer, but they're messy and they just want to ask it anyways to see what you'll say. So of course, if you're asking me an intrusive question, I'm going to lie. And then people be like this one lady, she was like, well, you're lying. And I am, because get out of my business. She had asked me at the time if I was like still dating a guy that I had said I broke up with at the time. That's none of your concern. Bye, get out of my business. I'm going to lie to you. I'm sorry. And I think I seen actually She-Ra 7. She had promoted that. Like, she tells women to lie. I kind of agree to a certain extent. Like, people don't need to know all of your business. So yeah, if you come to me asking an intrusive question, I'm gonna give you a lie. Next. Okay, so my next unpopular opinion is to the people that always love to go on about how they're so cool with their ex, or they're so cool with their baby mama or their baby daddy, and we just get along so well and we're the best of friends. Get back together and leave everybody else alone, please. I don't even, why don't these people just ever get back together? Like, I did not leave my ex because he was such a cool person. No, I left my ex because I hated him. Okay? That's why I left my ex. Can we just be so freaking for real and stop trying to be the bigger person? Like, if my ex was so cool and such a great guy, then I would be with him. I don't understand these people that be breaking up but still want to be in contact, still want to be friends. It's like they want to have their cake and eat it too. So you want to still keep in contact and be the best of friends with your ex and date other people? No, just go date your ex. Literally leave everybody else alone and go be with your ex since they're so cool and y'all get along so well and y'all are the best of friends. Thank God I don't have to deal with this, but I have dealt with people like that in the past. Um, Staying in contact with your ex, super disrespectful. And like I said, once again, if they're such a great guy, if she was such a great woman, get back together. I just can't for the life of me understand these baby mamas and baby daddies where it's like you literally split up your entire family, which is horrible, by the way. If you gotta split up your entire family, it better be a legit reason. It better be y'all hated each other and could not get along. I do not want to hear, oh yeah, we get along really well and we're really cool friends. Then why the heck did you tear your family apart? Like, make it make sense, please. Like, please, make it make sense. Talking about, yeah, my ex, we're really cool friends. Then why aren't you with him? Why aren't you with her? These types of people, they like to drag it into new relationships and force the new partner to put up with this nonsense. People like that play too many games, and I hope one day someone plays with you back. Who wants to date someone that's the best of friends with their ex? Be so freaking for real. Okay, so my next unpopular opinion, this one is for the Christians, and I need you guys to listen up and listen closely. Okay? Trying to recruit unbelievers to Christ will make people want to do the opposite, and it actually makes people want to run away from Christ, and it makes people dislike Christ. Okay? Everybody has their own timing if they decide if they want to join a religion. Isn't that a spiritual decision? So it's like, why do Christians put themselves in almost like a godlike position? And they think that they have the power to convince someone to come to spirituality, aka Christianity. Like, you don't have the power to do that. It's like you're putting yourself in this godlike state, and it's very off-putting to most people. It's not going to influence people to Christ. It's going to make people not like Christ because nobody likes a person that acts like that. I think the best way to influence someone is just lead by example. So maybe if the person sees that, you joining the religion has changed you for the better, that might influence them to join. But it's not going to be on your timing, okay? It's not going to be when you want it. It may take years before the person is like, okay, maybe I might try church today. You know what I mean? That's not your timing. That's not your calling. That's up to God. You're not God. Y'all need to really learn how to respect people's paths, because just like how a lot of you guys had your own testimony that brought you towards God, and you had your own timing and your own path and your own pace. Respect the fact that with other people it's going to be the same thing, okay? Stop judging people because they may be living an opposite lifestyle that you don't agree with. A lot of Christians had once lived the same lifestyle. So it's all about just showing people grace. So another thing that I notice is, the reason why a lot of Christians are the only ones that have to go on all day and harass and step over boundaries and condemn is because they can't actually just, allow their character development to speak for itself, because many of them have not went through character development. A lot of them are very hypocritical. They'll sit all day long and tell you what you need to be doing, pointing out the speck in their brother's eye, but the whole time they have a log in their own eye. If you truly changed for the better, if you truly have a relationship with God, then that's the influence. People can see that change and that'll influence them. But for a lot of them, they haven't changed. And so that's why they need to, in order to recruit people to Christ, they have to go on all day about it. I don't trust people that don't have silent confidence. If you have to go on all day about something, you're insecure. You're not actually living that. There's some falseness going on there. Okay, so the next unpopular opinion, I have been waiting to get this off my chest for the very longest. And it's going to sound ignorant, but just hear me out. Big people should not be doing little people workouts. Okay? I'm talking about yoga and Pilates. Somebody said it perfectly, and I'm so glad they articulated my thoughts for me. I couldn't understand for the life of me why it would annoy me every time I seen a big person do like some type of like just like a slow, soft type of movement, like a yoga or something like that. And it annoys me because yoga and Pilates is for women who are in shape already. And they kind of just, it's just to tone your body slightly. That's it. I can't stand when I see bigger people do workouts like that, because what are you toning? If you are 385 pounds, okay, what are you doing in yoga? I didn't join yoga until I got to a size 00. Honestly, I joined yoga, if I'm being honest. Most people do yoga and stuff like that to just it's slim women who have already achieved their dream bodies and they just want something to do. Yoga is good for like your mental. It's good for like stretching and stuff like that, but it's not good for like weight loss. If you are big, you cannot afford to be playing around like that. Like little women, slim women can afford to play around and do yoga and Pilates and stuff like that. If you are big, you need to get on that treadmill. Okay, you need to be walking all day long until your feet hurt if you're big. It's like, stop playing around. I can't stand when I see big people in the gym playing around. What are you playing for? You're big. Like when I gained weight, I don't think you guys understand how fast I lost that weight because that's how desperate I wanted the weight to come off. I did not play around. Take away my metabolism. I would literally burn about over 1,000 calories a day when I was trying to lose weight. When I was trying to lose weight, I burned so many calories every day. I did not play around at all. The weight literally melted off of me. I was literally losing like 6 pounds a week. So I don't like when I'm in the gym and I see bigger women in there not breaking a sweat and you're just playing around. What are you toning? What are you toning? You're shaped like a zero. You're shaped like a circle. I don't know why that's like such a pet peeve for me. I started playing around and doing yoga and stuff once I became slim. So yeah, bigger people need to learn the difference between big people workouts and little people workouts, okay? Hey, I'm just trying to help you out. Don't be mad at me. Don't unsubscribe. Listen, if you're subscribed to me by now, you already know what you're getting yourself into. Read my username, okay? Like, no, because I've been getting comments lately. I've gotten one or two comments where someone had commented, "I don't like the shade that you're throwing. I don't like the way that you're talking." I have like almost 100 videos on my channel. What are you even doing over here? Every video that you click, I'm ruthless. So it's like you seem a little bit lost, but whatever. So yeah, if you're big, do not be trifling and ignorant and go, let me go join a yoga class. Let me go join a Pilates class. No, 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 no. If you are big, and like I said, you're gonna follow these steps. You are going to eat in a calorie deficit, and I need you to be walking all day long. Don't stop walking until your feet hurts, because that's what I had to do when I gained weight. Okay? Don't even think about any type of yoga, any type of slow. No. You need to be moving. You need to be shredding that weight off immediately. Anyways, okay, so my next unpopular opinion, I don't know why the most popular dating advice that you hear for single women is, "Oh, if you're single, just go to the bar." And go to the bar? Do you know what type of people are in the bar and the clubs? Like, if you're single, don't go to the bar or the clubs. So, the best advice that I have actually learned over time, and this is going to sound like common sense, but wherever you find your partner, that's his hobbies. So, if you meet your partner in the bar, you're going to have a lot of issues on your hand in the relationship, okay? You might be having an alcoholic on your hand. Um might be he might have like all types of addictions, club addictions, or okay, if you meet your partner in a library, a man who frequents the library, he might be a nerd, a book nerd. You know what I mean? Like, or if you meet your partner at a football game, he probably likes sports. Do you get where I'm going with this? Like, why on earth would you ever want to meet a man that's in the bar? I'm just saying. Quality men are not roaming the bars. I don't know who needs to hear this, but there you go. Um, and I had to learn this the hard way because with one of my exes, I had met him at a party. Okay. Red flag. But see, the thing is, he would always go out. And that's the thing you have to realize when you meet these people in the bars is that's their hobby. So their hobby is going to the bar when they're stressed, going to the bar after work, going to the bar when they're mad. Their hobby is drinking. They love to drink, right? So even though I met my ex at a party, it was a birthday party. So I rarely went out. I only came out because my friend kind of begged me because it was literally her birthday. But I didn't realize he would always go out. So, we were just not compatible. I was like a homebody, and then he always wanted to like be in the club and stuff like that. So it's like, believe me when either me or the other girls say, you do not, like, if you're single, you do not want to think, oh, let me go to the bar to meet a man. No, a quality man is not roaming the bar, babe. A quality man's hobbies does not consist of the bar. Okay? So I don't know. I just think that's really bad dating advice. I feel like as a woman, the bars and the clubs, that's not a location for you to meet a man, a decent man, a quality man, a husband material man. The bars and the clubs is for women to get the validation, the free drinks, the compliments, and have fun with their girls and keep it at that. Do not take those problems home with you and settle for that type of, yeah, no. So, yeah, going to the bar is the worst dating method. Do something else. Literally go anywhere else but the bar. That's honestly my best advice. If you want to find a partner, anywhere else but the club and the bar. The people that roam there frequently, they, like I said, it's not just a one-time thing. They're usually always there. And what do you think they're doing there? Okay, I'll let you guess. I'll let you think about it. Most of them are looking for, other women. So just picture your life like this when you meet a man from the bar. Every time you guys get into an argument, when people like to decompress, they turn to their hobbies. And if his hobby is going to the bar, guess where he's going to be? Guess whose face he's going to be in? Okay? No, ma'am. Okay? It comes with a whole set of issues. So I don't know why that's single women's like first resort.
If you're out at the club, you're not going to find your man there. Let me tell you that. You're not going to find a husband
Your
there.
man is not at the club.
Your man is not at the club. Sorry to break it to you. It's meant to serve a purpose. It's not meant for you to find your man because there's nothing good at the club. I'm sorry.
So if you're at home avoiding the club or not going to the club, like, keep doing what you're doing, girl. You have a better chance.
Look, you're going to see me at the club, but I know better than that. There's no way you're going to catch me dating somebody or taking somebody serious from the club. I go and have a good time with my friends.
Get out the club. You will not find her in the club. You will not find her at a day party.
You looking for a wife or a girlfriend in the club, baby, good luck. Them women is living their life, living it up outside. They are partying. They don't want to be in a relationship. You're not finna find you no homebody woman in the club. I'm for that. Like, if you go to the club, you like, oh yeah, I'm finna get a shorty, da-da-da. Just keep in mind that shorty is going to want to go outside every weekend with her friends. And there's nothing wrong with that. But don't complain when you getting tired of it, like, damn, babe, come sit down, come watch a movie with me, come spend time. No, you met her in the club. That's what she like to do. So you got to be okay with it. You cannot complain about having a partying girlfriend or a partying wife when that's where you met her. If you want a homebody girlfriend or wife, baby, go to the store, go to a bookstore, go to Five Below, go to the grocery store, go to a craft store. You not finna find us in the goddamn clubs. And if you do find us in the club, it's because, like the man said in the video, one of our friends dragged us out that night. But we don't do the club. Like, with me, I want to go to the park, skating, bowling, painting with a twist, yoga, reading a book, stuff like that. Like, I go out every once in a while, and I'm 25. I'm 25, and it'll be 26 this year, and I just don't do the clubs like that. Like, I go. So if you want a homebody girlfriend, baby, get the fuck out of the club. You're not gonna find us in the club. You're not. I'm sorry.
So for my next unpopular opinion, I put getting pregnant out of wedlock has nothing to do with your cat being good. It has everything to do with your lack of responsibility. It's this odd rhetoric on TikTok that's been going on. There's this trend on TikTok where women with no kids are like bragging about having no kids, right? And so the women with kids were clapping back and saying, if your cat wasn't good enough for you to have kids, just say that. Like, they were saying stuff like that. When I see baby mamas say that, like, oh, I got pregnant because my cat was so good, I can see why you got pregnant out of wedlock now, because you literally are slow in the head. No, ma'am. Whoever is pregnant out of wedlock, that is simply and only due to you not being as responsible as someone that did not have kids out of wedlock. Okay. So, like, the same thing that happened to you, it could have also happened to the girl that has no kids, but except she probably either took a plan B, she's probably on birth control, she might have even gotten an abortion. So, you having kids, that does not mean that your cat is just superior and better than women with no kids. No, that just means you weren't on birth control. Women with no kids are getting skeeted in too. I don't even understand this whole like 1800s talking point. Like, that would make sense if it was like 300 years ago when we had no form of contraception, like no birth control, no plan Bs, no nothing. Okay, then the girls that had kids, okay, fine. Then you can say their cat was superior, and then you can say the girls without kids, it's because their cat is not good. This is 2025. Can we please be so freaking for real? The same thing is most likely happening to everybody that has intercourse. So most women ended up getting, skeeted in. Your dumb self just did not prepare enough, as the woman with no kids did. Okay? So I'm sorry to burst your little delusional bubble that you have created to make yourself feel better about being a single baby mama by a pookie, but that literally aggravates me every single time I see a single baby mom correlate her single baby momness. She correlates it to, oh, well, I have all these kids because my cat is just so good. Please go sit down, slowpoke. No, you have all these kids because you're slow in the head. That's why. That's the answer. You're slow, and that's why you have all those kids out of wedlock. There's no other explanation other than that. I'm sorry. It's not because you're young. I was young. I didn't have kids out of wedlock. I knew at 12 years old not to have kids out of wedlock. Ever since my brain could form thoughts, I knew that that wasn't a good idea. I knew that at 8 years old. I knew that at 6 years old not to become a single baby mom. There's like no excuse for that. You know, when you're a little kid, when you see all the other kids with mommy and daddy and they're married, you knew something was wrong with your situation when it was only mommy in the house. Y'all be talking about, oh, I was 18. No, ma'am, you were slow. Okay? Call it for what it is. You were missing some screws in your head, and that's what possessed you to have a kid by a pookie. Okay? So I'm saying it's an unpopular opinion because that is a very popular talking point that's going around. That's what the single baby moms are saying on TikTok to cope with the fact that they're a single baby mom. Another thing that I thought about, if your cat was so good and so superior, how come every time you guys have a baby out of wedlock, the man always leaves you every single time? Because isn't that their talking point? Their talking point is, my cat is so good, it makes men do X, Y, and Z. Well, how come it couldn't make the man stay in your life after you pushed out his kid? I would think if your cat was good, he would at least want to do that. My point is, let's just humble ourselves. Let's take our L's. Okay, let's learn the lesson. Let's not do it again. But to sit up there and make an ignorant decision like getting pregnant by a pookie and then get on your high horse on TikTok and act like, oh, I'm in this position because my cat is good. Please have several seats. So I'm sorry. I just needed to come and burst their little bubble really quick. They be talking about, my cat was so good. Have you ever had a man beg you to keep his baby? How come your cat makes a man do everything but stay in that kid's life? Okay. Hey, they're the ones that are making this statement, so don't be mad when people want to unpack it. And I'm a critical thinker. So, okay. So, their argument is women with kids have a better cat than women without kids, right? A lot of these girls that are saying this be having 3 baby daddies, 4 baby daddies, 5 baby daddies that all left talking about their cat was so good and that's why they have all of these baby daddies. No, it seems like your cat is bad. Why does it seem like every time they access you, they dip? I'm just saying. Another thing that I just thought about is if your cat is so good and it makes the man beg and it makes the man do X, Y, and Z, how come it couldn't make a man put a ring on your finger? I mean, if a married woman said that her cat was good, I wouldn't argue that because at least it made the man get on one knee and propose marriage and put his life on the line for her. Just saying. Your cat made him beg. Your cat made him get on his knees and plead. Every single baby mama has that story. Oh, I'm pregnant because I was young. I was 18 years old and you ain't never had a man beg. They don't even realize a lot of women did have guys say, "Hey, don't get rid of my baby." But some did it anyways. Also, why are we even holding nut to some type of value? Okay, like it that has no meaning, and I see why now women end up in the predicaments that they're in, which is like the baby mama position. Why are you putting any type of meaning to a nut from someone that's not your husband? Like I'm just very confused right now. Are you not aware that some guys will do that to anything, objects, people, pole dancers, whatever? Like it means nothing. And that's how they be ending up in the positions that they're in, the single baby mama role, because you're putting too much value. You're overreading into it. You're thinking because he nutted in 5 minutes, oh, guys, it's because my cat is good. Whole time the man could be thinking in his head, let me hurry up and nut because this girl is insufferable. Let me hurry up and get in and get out because she's annoying. I just want to do this really fast. He's not taking his time with you because he actually doesn't like you but just wants what's between your legs. The whole time this girl is in la la land, delusionally, planning their future and overreading into a freaking nut, getting ready to freaking keep his kids from it. Getting on TikTok talking about her cat is superior because she has kids. It is a slippery slope and it's super slow to overread into bedroom activities with a man. If you are not in his head, let's zip it. Let him speak. Okay, let him say that. Let him get on TikTok and say, I impregnated this woman because her cat was good. You can't say that for yourself because you really don't know what's going on in people's heads. Okay, like, why are we putting any type of value on a man's nuts? I think it's a cope for single baby moms. The man has not demonstrated any other type of commitment or value. So she kind of looks for any micro thing to find value in, like his freaking nut. Really?
The women with kids are mad. Not all the women, but the women who regret their kids and their decision, they're mad. They mad at the childless women who are participating in the Jacquees challenge where they bragging about having no kids. But I'm going to ask you this. Why is it that as soon as you hear that a woman ain't got no kids, you jump immediately to she got some type of health condition where she can't have kids or that she had a bunch of abortions? Why can't it just be she protects her body better than you did? I know that's scary. I know that's a hard pill to swallow, that you was just out here letting dudes just dump off in you, right? You just be letting them do whatever they want to. But then there's women who won't. There's women who won't. I know, Pookeisha. There's girls who won't sleep around with a bunch of different men. And then there's girls who use protection. They get on birth control. They do whatever they have to do to make sure Pookie don't get them pregnant. You, on the other hand, played stupid games and won stupid prizes, right? But now you're mad. Whose fault is that? Did you trusted your body and put it in the hands of some loser man and now you stuck with a baby that you don't want? That sounds like a personal problem. But you got to stop jumping into saying that everybody going and getting all these abortions or that they don't have the physical ability to have kids. You know how disrespectful that is to women who really can't have kids? It's very disrespectful. It's very disrespectful, right? And it's just so sad that y'all are grown women who can't even control your own body. And it's funny because 1 minute is your body, your choice. And then when you don't want to take responsibility for laying up with losers and getting pregnant, then all of a sudden he trapped you and you had no control over what was going on. And, you go into child mode where you just this helpless little child and somebody took advantage of you and you had no say so in the process. Right? Because you couldn't have been on no birth control or anything. And you can save the I was on birth control, condom busted. That ain't usually what happened with y'all. Stop it. Right? Stop it. Stop the games. But again, stop jumping left field just because you hear a woman ain't got no kids, all right? And if you love your kids so much, love your kids and stop being mad.
Okay, so for the last unpopular opinion, okay, and I saved the best for last. I am so tired of these freaking girls that are like 6 foot tall or 5'11". They love to gaslight us 5'6" girlies. And that's a talking point that's going on TikTok where they're saying, if you're 5'6", stop doing a tall girl haul. You're not even tall. You're average height. Go sit down. First of all, 5'6" is tall. Okay, I'm 5'6". And I'm ready to share my testimony. Everywhere I go, I am literally towering over women. I need people to understand the average height in America is not 5'6". Most women are very short. The average woman that I come across, okay, is 5'2". So if you put me next to a girl that is 5'2", 5'1", 5 foot, which is what I usually come across, I am tall as heck. We are not going to sit up here and say that I am not tall when most women that I meet, I'm towering over them. I am tall. 5'6", 5'7", that's tall. 6 foot and 5'11" for a girl, I'm sorry, but you're a giant. Okay? I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are a giant. Okay? You cannot, just because you're super tall, you can't say, oh, 5'6" is not tall. No, 5'6" is tall too. And they were on TikTok just like gaslighting our experience because the 5'6" girls, they were doing tall girl hauls for jeans. No, 5'6" girls struggle to find jeans as well. I am 5'6", and I don't even bother going into stores anymore, like the mall and stuff like that. I don't even bother looking for jeans in the mall. I don't bother because I already know it's going to be made for a 5'2" girl. If I want like a wide leg jean, like an open leg jean, I already know it's going to be flooding. Literally the story of my life. So I literally had to shop on Shein for jeans, and I had to go into the tall slim girl section. And for once in my life, a wide leg jeans, I had bought some like bell bottoms or something like that, like some boot cuts or bootleg jeans, and it finally fit me. It finally touched the ground. So you cannot tell me with an experience like that someone who is 5'6", you can't say that they're not tall. That's literally a tall girl experience. Oh, and another thing. You know you're tall when sports coaches all throughout school are trying to recruit you to play on their team. Hello. Okay. I have been 5'6" since middle school, and ever since freaking elementary school, middle school, high school, do you not understand? I've had every single coach come up to me and beg me to play on their team because I was tall. Because most women are not 5'6". We're not going to act like most women are 5'6". Oh, and keep in mind, I lived in California around a bunch of Mexicans. And if you know something about Mexicans, if you've ever been to Mexico, they are short. They literally, like, when I went to Mexico, all of the women looked like midgets. I'm not even kidding you. They were literally 4'5". I kid you not, 4'5". So I grew up in California around Mexicans, small, short Asians. Yeah, I was getting scouted. They wanted me on their team, okay? And people have such a hard time accepting women who are 5'6" as tall. What's the irony in that? Every time a guy meets me in person, like when I was single or whatever, the first thing that would come out of their mouth is, oh, you look really tall. And they would be shocked that I was only 5'6". I'm 5'6". Trust me, I've gotten my height measured about 100 times at 100 different locations. I'm 5'6", but people do not accept 5'6" as tall. But when you really think about a woman who is 5'6", it's tall. That's why people are always like, wait, you're 5'6", but you look tall. Yes, because 5'6" is tall. That's why I look tall, because 5'6" is tall. Yeah. And then, like, also when we put on shoes, that makes us even more taller. So with shoes, I'm probably giving 5'8", 5'7". With heels, I'm probably giving dang near 6 foot. There's nothing short about being 5'6". Just because you're a giant. So I don't know, I just wanted to let that little rant out real quick. Okay. I know it's a 5'6" girly out there, 5'5", 5'6", 5'7" girly, where you're in that like height range where it's like, am I short? Am I tall? Babe, you're tall. Stop letting these people gaslight you. Okay, you are tall. How many women, like, it's always like the taller women who are like 6 foot that tell us we're not tall. No, babe, you are a rare giant. 6 foot as a woman, I need you to understand that's a giant. 5'11" as a woman is a giant. I don't care. How many women do you come across that are 5'11"? 5'6" is tall for a girl. Okay? And I rest my case. I hope you guys like this video. I really enjoyed talking my mess. And I will catch you guys soon. If you like me a lot, please join my membership. In my membership, it's a very personal experience. So I talk about a lot about me, myself. I give a lot of like personal tips, and just I do very like tea videos. I'm going to start doing more vlogs and stuff like that. So if you like my channel and you want to get to know me more, because I don't really talk about myself too much on my main page, it's more like commentary. If you want to get to know me more, join my channel membership. Okay? All right. So I'll catch you guys soon. Bye.